Let's get your major key guitar solos to sound really, really awesome. This is a reply video to somebody that said do it in a major key when I was talking about driving tension in a minor pentatonic using the flat 3 or that flat 7 to drive that tension and then resolve it back to the root note. And we don't have those tension notes to really drive that up and make it a really sharp tension. But this is what we're going to think about. All right, our chord tones are going to set in there really nicely. The 3 is going to be the least stable. The 5 is going to be a little bit more stable. And then my 1 is going to wrap the whole paragraph up. All right, so that's how we can really build up this sort of tension. Think about landing not on a chord tone and then on a chord tone. If I have my 2 and my 7, that's going to push me to my root note. And I can use motif to really drive that home. 2. And there we are. If I use that same concept now, I can use the 4 to drive to the 3. Right? Same thing, the 6 can either drive to the root note or down to the 5. Right? Either way. So where we're thinking about taking this story is we have our non-chord tones, right? And then we have those 2 and the 7s to make sure that we get back to the root note. I might want to wait till the end of the paragraph to do that, right? But I have my 4 that's going to drive to my 3. That's going to sound the least stable. Then I have my 6 to get down to my 5, right? And that's going to sound a little bit more stable. I'm moving the story along, right? I'm ending a phrase on not a chord tone, and then ending on a chord tone. And when I'm finally ready to wrap the story up, I'm landing on my root note. Don't forget, we're not driving that tension as sharply because we're not in a minor or in a blues, and the genre wouldn't really call for that, right? The type of song that we're playing wouldn't really call for that. So this is what we get with our major key. It doesn't mean that we just have to go back to running the scale up and down, right? We still have deliberate note choices and tensions that we can bring to our playing. If you are sort of stuck in that boring, robotic guitar solo plateau that we all get into, and you really want to bridge the gap between your creative ideas and what you're able to play, becoming fully fretboard fluent, comment pro below and we can get started.